table.
By skipping that to go be a keynote, you're saying? Or what?
An offer.
Okay.
So what? Every single time someone does a keynote speaker fee, it's like, oh, $50,000, go teach my crowd something. Great, I got $50,000. That is nothing compared to what you can make. For example, I'm not gonna lie, I've been eyeing Will Grimes. I've seen him around your socials.
Yeah.
Right? That guy, he just spoke at Ryan's event. I don't think he made an offer. I think he just went to be a keynote, correct, or something. Yeah. So he works in real estate. If he presented an offer from that stage, he could close at least 10% of that room. So
Yeah.
So how many people were there?
What's up, guys? I know you're enjoying the podcast, but I want to pause this. I want to bring some attention to my sponsors, Telzone Tequila. I want to go over a few cool little facts with these guys. So they are from Las Vegas, and there's thousands of tequilas in the world. Telzone is one out of only 40 tequila brands that owns their own distillery. So it's super unique. It's a big flex, right? It's really fucking cool. So based out of Las Vegas, super rad. Check them out. Use our discount code FINAD20, TelzoneTequila.com.
Do you know off the top of your head?
It's called 1,000.
1,000, right? So say low numbers. He closes 5% of that room. That's 50 people.
Yep.
$10,000 each. That's $500,000 instead of $50,000 keynote.
Right.
So it's stuff like that where he knows his shit. I've seen some of the stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
He can go out there and speak at an event instead of charging a fee of $50,000. What you do is like, hey, because most places like, oh, I don't really want to let him make an offer. It's kind of scummy.
Mm-hmm.
You got like, no, I'm going to waive that fee. I'll charge $10,000. Just let me make an offer at the end.
Yeah.
Right. And they'll be like, wow, you just made how much money in an hour?
Yeah.
So it's like, for example,
well, knowing Will personally, I think Will's his plan, and he's well calculated, right? Will's a great dude. So his plan is not to offer that, but like get people to see what he's about, and then like he does have conversions from that.
Oh, I absolutely.
So he just doesn't have like a hey, click here and pay this. Doesn't have that, right? So his is more calculated, more of the longer term. But
I'm not trying to like nothing against him. I'm sure he's much more wealthy than me. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's doing great.
It's just an example of we see a lot of times people leave money on the table.
So basically, you're saying is that like people and leaving Will out of this because Will may be a rare breed where he's calculated enough to where he knows what he's doing, but a lot of people don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe they're just like, hey, dude, I got $50,000 to speak.
Exactly.
And they see that prize instead of what you could otherwise get. Like, hey, I'll speak for free. And instead, I have a product to pitch.
Exactly.
To make more money. Okay.
So even from like it, you don't even have to have a following for this. So for your
so back to like the event part though, like how would the event get broken down if like are we talking about me speaking? Let's use me as an example, right?
You want to create a workshop model.
Okay.
Right. Your event, you do want to charge something to
attend.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Not high ticket prices, lower between like $50 to $200.
You're just trying to cover your costs, or what are you trying to do here?
Exactly. You're trying to cover costs of the event because events are not cheap in person.
Yeah, especially depending where they're at. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we've hundreds of thousands of dollars minimum.
Yeah.
You know, if you're putting on big ones, smaller ones, obviously different story.
Yep.
But
so the model is whatever size event, the ticket charge is just to cover cost.
Exactly.
To break even.
So we look at the event, structure the event, 3-day model or 2-day model, go back and forth depending on the person is what you want.
Okay.
And the idea is what you do is you want to just dump so much knowledge in them that if they wanted to, they could go off and do it themselves.
Okay.
Nobody is going to. That's real. Everyone is inherently, what we've learned is everyone's lazy. Yeah. They learn all this stuff like, great, I love this. If I put this in my business, I'll scale, and guess what?
Here's why, and you're not wrong at all. The reasoning is most people aren't ready to have no other obligations to do this.
Yeah.
Most people are already balls deep in their own shit, and they can't stop this day job to do this because they're stuck. So, hey, what am I going to do? I'm going to hire someone to do this for me because I'm over here working my 9 to 5 because I can't get out of it yet.
That's exactly what we do with the offer. So that's your offer. You want it to be more of a done for you, done with you program.
Gotcha. Okay.
The done, do it yourself is your workshop, your event.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's the base level.
Yeah. So that's where you're like legitimately giving people value they can actually implement on their own.
Exactly.
But you know that they just can't.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You just know that they can't because, or maybe some people can.
Oh,
there's enough
some
value
people
in the
definitely
crowd.
do.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. But the majority of the real money's out. Hey, dude, you're in your 9 to 5. You can't quit. You want to quit. You have good intentions, but you can't do it yet. So, hey, while you're still balls deep over here, we're going to kind of take some lead, do some things for you, and we're going to share some revenue.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So,
shit's good, right?
It is. That one. I felt that one a little.
I'm starting to feel. You got a little red eyes. We're gonna go to your Blanco in a minute, man, because you wanted to try that. So
Ace, you're driving me home.
But kids these days are lightweights, man. Back in my day, I'd fucking do a bottle of Jaeger before I went out.
Dude, we'll get to my DJ days in a second. That was a different can back then.
I was broke, man. We would literally buy a bottle of Jaeger. We'd pregame at the house with Jaeger.
That's crazy.
Then we'd fucking go out because we couldn't afford to get drunk at the bar. We'd fucking do I used to rip toilets off walls, man. I'm not fucking around. True story. Saw 2, whatever year that movie came out. That's 2000. Ace, pull it up. What year did Saw 2 come out? So Saw 2 comes out, and I remember it's always on Halloween. If you guys, I'm dating myself here, but Saw every year would come out on Halloween. And it was Saw number 2. 2005? Perfect. I was just barely 20.
That was fast, damn.
Yeah.
He's good.
I knew I wasn't 21 yet, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I turned 21 in 07. So that pregame at the house, I always had friends, always had money.
Allegedly, it wasn't 21.
Allegedly. Right, allegedly. Thanks. My resident lawyer over here. And we went out to this movie theater in allegedly Kendall 10 in Oswego, Illinois, back where I used to pounce around. And the bottle of Jaeger happened.
Yep.
We go out, want to watch this movie, had some chicks lined up. We're all, hanging and banging, whatever. It was a good time, nothing serious. But go take a piss before the movie. I'm hammered drunk. I used to be like the funny, destructive drunk person.
Yeah,
okay.
yep.
Never a serious tone in my body. Never a bad drunk. Well, bad's perspective, right? But like never like the bad drunk, like I was an asshole. It's like I was a funny motherfucker, but I was destructive. So like I lean to take a piss, and I lean on the wall, and I notice like the hardware, the plumbing coming out of the wall in the top of the urinal was loose, and I was like, fuck, it's loose, man. What the fuck? So I grab it.
Just yank the crap
I put one foot on the wall, and I busted the fucking porcelain off, and it all of a sudden had a fucking fire hydrant shooting in the bathroom. And at first it wasn't doing nothing. And I was like, oh, that was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah.
But it had the sensor on it, right?
Yeah.
So I fucking put my hand in front of the sensor, let go, and it started shooting water across the bathroom like a fucking fire hydrant. I'm like, holy fuck. And about this time, this little pimple-faced fucking 15-year-old kid who's taking your tickets comes in and starts yelling at me, and I'm like, all right, dude. So I just left. I just ran out of there and never did see Saw 2, by the way, so I'm not sure how that movie ends. But anyhow, got off on another tangent. Keep on the rails here. But back to this
event
center.
So we got 2-day or 3-day model.
This is great, by the way.
The biggest, the tangents of it, we're going to Strasbourg today with our stuff. But the biggest thing about an event, that's why you want to do it, is inherently when someone doesn't buy something from you, so they don't trust you.
Okay.
If you 100% trusted someone and said, hey, buy this, it'll make you rich, you're going to buy it.
Yep.
Event builds a trust like none other. You can't find that anywhere else because you're in there with them for 2 days straight. 10 to 12 hours a day. These are not short days when you're at these events. I mean, you probably saw that at Ryan's event.
Yeah.
Just teaching them, answering questions, interacting with the crowd, and they see you as a person.
Okay.
The conversion rates will never be higher than an event.
Okay.
So you do that for 2 days. We'll be your sales team. We know sales in and out. The other 2 guys I'm working with are incredible. I mean, I've seen them close people. I didn't think we're closable. That's nuts.
Yeah.
So we'll be your sales team. We'll help you run the event. We're there on site. We've got people who can do anything you need.
Okay.
Right? AV, we find them. Run the actual event setup itself. We find them. So we do the event, and then afterwards we handle the follow up. That's the biggest thing too. You got the event. Maybe they didn't buy there.
But hey, Johnny, I recognize you're from the event.
There you go.
You didn't buy then. Is there any reason you didn't buy today? What can we talk about?
Yeah.
Right. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Actually, there's a trick to it. What we'll do is we'll bonus in a call afterwards, right? Because if we get them on the call,
I'm gonna turn this fucking oven off here quick.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I wish you guys could see this thing. You guys can only see like the big orange.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling this tequila. Yeah. It is coming. Tell us some tequila. This is good stuff.
These poor guys, man. These poor kids, they don't even know. They can't hang. That's all right, though. This is good. So 2-day event, 3-day event, follow-up call.
Follow-up's the biggest thing.
Yep.
It's where you're going to make a ton of money, and people commonly do an event and don't have follow-up. They will sit there and they'll be like, okay, we had the event, made a couple $100,000, which obviously it's amazing, but then they're leaving a couple hundred more on the table.
By the not following up, right?
You go, because a lot of people will tell themselves before they walk in the door, I'm not going to buy anything at this event. They know it's
timeshare thing. I've done it before, yeah.
Yeah, they know I'm not going to buy anything at this event, blah, blah,
I stood fucking strong. I went to Vegas. They gave me 4 days for fucking free to go see a timeshare for Hilton, and I didn't fucking buy. I wanted to. And I fucking would have bought if I didn't walk in there saying, I'm not fucking buying today.
Yeah.
That's good shit. Anyhow,
but you milk them after the event. Like, hey, so I came to the event, you talked to them.
That's where Hilton fucked up. They never called me because I would have bought.
See?
Yeah.
There it is. There it is, people.
Yeah.
But
he's not wrong.
No, you follow up afterwards and you don't go at it like, hey, why didn't you buy?
Yeah.
You go at it, we're like, hey, how'd you like the event? Tell me what you thought.
Yeah. What'd you like? What'd you hate?
And then you go like, what did you miss? What what didn't you learn you want to learn?
What can we do better next time?
Exactly. But then you answer the question on the spot. And then you go into, the last thing you obviously bring up, why didn't you buy? Mm-hmm. And then for salespeople, we just smack those objections. Okay. Try and push them. If at the end of the day, some people just won't do it. But you can get a decent amount of money. I say another 5 to 10% of the room.
I got you.
close after the event.
So even like, in my last guest who talked about sales and not wanting to be salesy, there's good ways to go about sales, and there's things that are, hey, we have a legitimate product. This is going to be good.
It depends who you do it for.
Right, exactly.
Grant, some people are very etiquette, no cussing in the conversations, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
When you're in like Grant's world, I was like, dude, this is some fucking bullshit in your business. Like, you got to change this. You got to buy this. Like, fuck this, fuck that. I was doing that in those conversations. I would literally be like, why aren't you buying?
Yeah.
Like, you ready to sign up? What are you putting on? Like, debit or credit?
Right.
And they love that.
Right.
Those people come
It's
out,
always
they
read the
love it.
room, right? Because even like with life insurance and with what I do, like my first group of clientele was linemen, right? Blue collar people, blue collar dudes, linemen. And like the more cut and dry I would be, the better I would be. The less salesy I would seem, the better I would be. Then I branched out into entrepreneurs, realtors, and like different. It's like the more salesy I would be, the better I'd be.
Yeah.
Right? The less. So it's all about the room. So if you're in a room with people that like the Grant Cardone crowd, if they want the fuck shit bitch, why aren't you buying? It works. Well, you do it then, right? So it's all about whichever room you're in. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, side note real quick again.
Yeah.
That guy's sales team is crazy.
Really?
His office in Miami, it is like as close as you can legally get to Wolf of Wall Street in there. You got guys all in suits walking around with headsets on, screaming at each other, like just phones ringing.
Yeah.
Their morning meeting is 100 of them in a room screaming at each other.
Jesus.
Like they're all clapping, they're ringing bells when somebody gets a sale. It is the coolest thing ever. I was like, wow, this is fantastic.
Okay.
It's
High
super
energy.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean those guys are killers.
I always say to people too who are in sales, and if you're in sales and you're selling shit that's cheap, you're not making good money. Like, why are you selling cheap shit?
Yeah.
Sales is sales, right? So whatever you're selling, go sell the most expensive shit you can find to sell, because you're still going to get your teeth kicked in. You're still going to have your bad days. You got to get your reps in. It's all equal. It's the same. It's just a bigger fucking price tag, right? So like, if you're selling, man, anything you're selling, sell more expensive shit.
Get more money off
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Same shit. So it's already going to be hard. Might as well make it worth your while,
Yeah. I'll say I always started sales was door to door, and that's the best decision I had, because you get told, you're knocking on doors. You get told no so many times.
Get the fuck out of here, nerd. Yeah.
And then, you get a little comfortable with it. All right, why not? You start pushing people.
Yeah.
And you learn the objections. Like that's how I was taught pretty much.
Yeah.
They threw me in there and they're like, go knock doors.
It's a good training.
It's the best training you'll ever get for sales.
So you're knocking doors for what kind of sale product?
I was doing house painting. It's a very common thing, because you can look at the house and be like, hey, your house looks like shit.
House like shit, bro. Paint it black, bro. Yeah.
Literally, we do that.
Block it out.
We go and we grab them, pull them outside. Like, hey, your siding is peeling off your house. You should repaint it. It was some of the people. It was great.
And I'll be like, and for to be fair to them, if you live in a house, you don't always notice it deteriorating around you.
No, you don't.
Because you're coming home every day.
It looks the same.
And maybe you're coming home at dark. It looks the same to you. You don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see yourself getting fat. You just fucking, your one time your friend says, hey, fat ass, you're getting fucking fat.
You never notice
bro,
the small
thanks, bro.
changes.
Yeah, you don't notice the everyday little. So, yes, people not knowing their house need to be painted. I can see that.
Yeah, but you go out there, you go door to door, but the biggest thing teach you is like being told no. The grit. You have to keep going.
Be okay with no.
Exactly.
Don't let it affect your next move.
Exactly. You can't let it get in your head.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get through that, but that was
How long did you knock doors for?
about a year. No, almost 2 actually.
For 2 years, you're knocking doors.
18 to 20.
God damn. That's a long time. So I guess I want to go back to that, because like when I was building power lines, my son wanted to be a lineman.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you want to be like your dad, right?
Yeah.
Totally cool, honorable. Now that I do this, he wants to do this. And it's like, man, I don't know how successful I would be if I didn't have doing something hard for 17 years. So now I'm like, hey man, honestly, you should just skip all this shit, go get into sales. So like, I think that for him, he should get into sales, knocking doors, kicking, selling solar, whatever it is, but like something hard and learning the objections, right? And sales is the way. Yeah. I think it's sales and real estate are ways to real wealth, man. Like,
I'd say, especially because I'm a little younger, going through like where I've been at, kind of not finishing college.
Yeah.
The most important.
Twitter. I'm just kidding.
It's worth it.
It's good. Yeah, you did good though. Yeah.
The most important thing ever was learning how to sell. Not only sell, but sell myself.
Yeah, dude. That's such a huge thing, because like it's for life, because if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you've got to be able to sell.
Oh yeah.
Now, when I became an entrepreneur, I didn't think I was getting into sales. Oh, this is life insurance, man. I'm a financial advisor. I thought I'm fucking helping people. I'm not selling shit. I'm helping you. Nah, man.
It's sales.
It's sales. And what's good is I did so well for so long without thinking I was in sales. Just fucking raw dogging it, thinking I'm just doing life. I'm not selling shit. But now that I realize I'm in sales, like, okay, I got by on ability the first year and a half. That's only going to carry you so far. Now I'm honing my sales skills and my approach and my follow up and all this shit that we've been talking about.
Yep.
And now it's like, okay, now we're next level. Because like, man, I could talk to linemen all day. I'm a lineman. Like as I proved in the last episode, like I'm still the best lineman I know.
Yep.
Active. My ticket's still active. I can fucking walk into any union hall in the country, sign the books, have a job tomorrow, and probably be the best guy in the crew.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly. That's a kind of tongue in cheek because like, you know, I'm pretty good, and I wouldn't act that way in the crew by no means.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't take long to be like, okay, I'm the man again, right? So that's easy. I can go talk to linemen all fucking day. I know what they're doing, I know what they're going through. I know what they're all the shit, right? So, yeah. But now that I'm out of that and branching out of that, and now will sales skills come back into play?
Yeah.
Now you actually do that stuff. So. Before we get to the next segment, I want to kind of have another shot, and you're kind of nursing that one, and it's kicking your ass. So I might be the only one doing this one.
I might need a pat. Like, give me like a tiny. I want to taste it.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me a little bit here.
Quit nursing that one, and then we'll have a little bit of the Blanco. Ace, you want to have a Blanco shot? All right. This poor kid's gonna fucking fall out of his chair, guys.
Oh, I'm not hammered, but I feel it.
I know. And actually, I'll be completely honest, folks. I've never had this Blanco, and I typically do not have the Blanco. Pour your own little Mickey Mouse shot. Go ahead. Get a camera on this action.
Oh my gosh. Just want to taste it a little bit.
I love that shit.
I gotta drive home.
I know. Allegedly.
Drive home.
We got cots in the back. Everyone sleeps here if we drink. So let's have a cheers to that.
Yep.
First time he having his Blanco shot here.
That one's better.
That's the smoothest Blanco shot I've ever had, but the Añejo's better. Yeah. That's not even close. So, all right, buddy, you're done. You're detoxing after this, okay?
I don't like that one as much. You're right. That one's better.
It's just, well, I think Patron is the reason everyone hates tequila. You have a good Patron. Everyone thinks the clear is better. Clear, right?
Yeah.
With tequila, it's the opposite. The color comes from aging. Aging equals smooth. So Blanco, there's no aging. Okay?
Is that the only difference?
Yeah, it's aging.
I
Because you
didn't know
pick up the color from the barrels. So with Blanco, there's no aging. Reposado, there's, I believe Blanco is 0 to 3 months. And I could be, Jake, don't fucking hate me for this. Reposado, I think, is 3 months to a year. And Añejo is over a year. And then after 3 years, extra Añejo. So like, for instance, this company's so new, they don't have anything that's extra Añejo aged yet.
Yeah.
That's coming out. They don't have it yet. So the extra Añejo is where you get a really expensive tequila.
Yeah.
Because it takes fucking so long to harvest it. So
That's kind of what whiskey is too. You know, the longer. Like I have a bottle of
like Johnny Walker and that kind of shit, right? Yeah.
Macallan 18. It was like $430.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's 18 years old.
Yeah.